everyone, I'm Cheryl Hamilton and I'm excited today to show you this beautiful card that I cased from the holiday catalog. It uses Angels of Peace, and isn't that pretty? I found it on page 42 of the catalog, and I just had to try to come up with as close of a card as I could to that picture. So stay tuned and I'll show you all the steps to make this pretty card. I found this pretty card in our new mini holiday catalog, and isn't it, it's so pretty. I just love it. I might put it in a little frame, but so I did my best to copy it. Here it was on page 42. So it's Angels of Peace, and here's the card. And I didn't get everything because I didn't have the stars and I wasn't sure how they did some of it, but I'm happy with what I came up with. So I'll show you how I did it. Let me see. I'm starting with a card base of Very Vanilla, and this is cut 8.5 by 5.5 and then scored down the middle at 4 1/4. And the first layer, I'm using shimmery white paper that you probably can't see it, but it has sparkles all in it. It's real pretty just to start with. And this is cut 5 1/4 by 4. I'm also cutting a smaller piece to put my angel on, and this piece is 4 by 2.5. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm using an embossing folder called Merry Melody. Isn't that neat? I love things like this with music on them, and I'm probably going to use this a lot. And I want to ink up my embossing folder with Pool Party, and I'm going to put the ink on the side with the Stampin' Up! Logo on it. So you just start adding ink to it. And I don't care if it's a bit uneven. This is supposed to look not perfect. Okay, and then before I stick my shimmery piece in there, so it's a little bit blue. Before I stick this in, I'm gonna spritz it 6 times. I'm looking for a spritzer. Oh, here they are. And we have these little Stampin' Spritzers. This has water in it, and I'm just gonna spritz it. I'll do it to the side here. So I did it 6 times. I'm gonna turn, because I just want kind of a watery look to it. I'm gonna place it upside down on here, and see it has a little line across the bottom. I'm trying to place it so my music notes are straight. But once I put it down, I'm committed. So that's not quite straight, but I'm gonna see if I can be happy with it. Okay, and this is a 3D embossing folder. So when I look at my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it has these directions on here that are real simple. It says using with 3D, I need a 1 and a 4. So this is my number 1. And I'm putting this down with the fold first. That's the way you're supposed to do it. And then the next plate I'm using is a number 4. I'm putting that over, and let's see what it does. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I'm taking my card base, Very Vanilla, just going to fold it in half and burnish it with my bone folder. And then glue this on top with some Tombow glue. There's not really an up or down on this music embossing folder. It seems to work either way. turn it upside down to press it. Okay, so that's my card base, and then I'm going to stamp this one, my angel, in Sahara sand. This thing, by the way, you just run it under the sink and put some water on it, and it cleans right up real easily. So here's Sahara sand. It's a big image, so I'm going to do it upside down like this to get it covered really well. And you want to push down on the middle also when you have a big stamp like that. Isn't that pretty? I like this. And I'm going to use my water painter. It just has some water inside. I'm going to use the medium one. They have a fine tip and a bigger, wider tip, and then this one. And I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring on this. Before I start watercoloring, I'm going to use my Detailed Trio punch, and it has 3 different punches in this one, and I'm going to use the corner rounder, which is the one I use the most, and just stick this in. Make sure you can feel both edges, and then you just press down right in the middle and see how it makes a nice rounded corner. One more. Okay, and now I'm ready to watercolor. I put some grid paper under because I'm planning on making a little bit of a mess. I'm going to start with Petal Pink, and you could use re-inkers and just put a few drops on a block, but I'm just going to do it like this, ink it up a little bit. Let me grab my other ones. Bumblebee and Cinnamon Cider for the hair. That's really dark, so I'll see how it goes. Okay, when I watercolor, there's a little thing on there that says push. I just want to make sure that I have some water at the tip, but then I kind of brush it off a little bit because I don't want it too watery. And it's just a matter of getting used to things. I'm going to start with her dress. And I think the key with watercoloring is just to do it quickly, not worry about being perfect. And if you go over it too much, and you want it to have different, colors. You want some dark, some light. So did I get it all? I think so. And the wings are going to be this bumblebee, kind of golden. And when this color's almost gone, I'm going to do her face. I don't want her to be yellow, but I just wanted a little color on there. I think I could have done it with the pink also, but I just didn't want her pure white. There, I think I like that. Oh, and let's do the bird. There you go. Now I'm ready for some hair. If it gets, you always have to make sure you have a little bit of water on there. But not too much. I know that doesn't help you. You just need to practice. I think that's it. Okay, and then when it dries a little bit, I'm going to touch up the wings with a little bit of gold. To add some gilded leafing to my angel wings, I'm going to use a glue pen that I found at a craft store. I've just had it for a while, and just add a little bit. And You can also use heat and stick powder or some glue on this, but I really like the way the glue pen works. Dip it in there, and it's just going to add a little bit of gold. It's so pretty, you know, it's really bright. It's different than using gold embossing powder. Isn't that pretty? Just love the way that stuff works. And I think this is going to last me for years, unless the wind blows, and then I'll be in trouble. You know, but it's really nice if you keep it in a container like this and just always be aware that that stuff was going to blow away. So there's my angel. I've cut out some leaves from the, there's some beautiful vellum that's an in color. It comes in all the new in colors, and it's sparkly. And I cut these out using, what was it? Forever Flourishing dies. That's what they were. And I'm going to just stick a little bit of glue down so these will stay where I want them. And well, hopefully. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. It's hard to stop. I mean, I could have added ribbon and a lot of, you know, I don't think I even put any little diamonds or jewels on this, you know, so I could have kept going. But I really like it. Okay, I'll pop this up on here. And then I just want to add a sentiment. So on Very Vanilla, I'm going to do this in Mary Merlot. Peace on Earth. Let's see how my punch goes. That stamps, that's really pretty font. So I've got a Label Me Fancy punch here. And I'm just gonna stick in here and line up in the middle. And then I'll put a dimensional on this side, and the rest, you know, just the part that's over here, and the rest I'm gonna glue down. There we go. And now all I need is like a sentiment on the inside. I think I'll do it fancy again because this is such a fancy card. Blessing to you and yours this season and in the coming year. And the nice thing is, if you do this and it's a little crooked, you're going to punch it out and it's going to be straight. Hopefully. Get over there. Okay, thanks so much for watching this. I hope you got a few tips and some technique ideas that you can use on some cards. So you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot. Aloha.